What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Money Jungle. I am here today to talk about a subject that I've been asked about a lot, just like the other videos, but this one's getting into the juicy stuff. Today, we're going to research a stock and we're going to buy it, okay? First and foremost, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a professional, like I don't work for an agency. I don't do any of those sorts of things. I'm just some guy on the internet. I am a retail investor just like you, but fortunately, through the education and that I've received and I've taught myself and looked on the internet, I've been able to make great strides in my financial life. So I just want to share this knowledge completely free. And the only thing that I ask is that you like and subscribe and share this video. With anybody who you think might benefit from it. And so, that being said, let's get started. So first, a review from the last video. Did you get Webull yet? Did you get Robinhood yet? Did you do the Coinbase thing? If not, my referral links are in the bio or in the description section. So you can use my referral links, which would help me, help the channel. But if not, that's okay. Just do whatever you got to do just to get started and get free money like I disclosed on the last video. So this one we're going to talk about how I pick stocks, okay? So if you, I use TD Ameritrade like I mentioned last time, and I downloaded Thinkorswim. So, but first, let's go on Yahoo Finance on the computer because it has a lot of information, okay? All right, first, when you look at the computer, you're going to see stuff up here. These are the indexes. These are like the S&P 500 contains 500 of the top companies in the United States. Okay, and the Dow Jones 30 contains 30 of high performing stocks, and the Nasdaq contains a few thousand stocks, but it's a lot of it's tech. And the Russell 2000 and so on and so forth. You can look at gold and silver in general. You can look at foreign exchange. So those are typically what we look at in order to gauge how the stock market is performing in general. So first, let me bust some myths here. People often ask me or often worry, Steve, if I buy a stock and it goes down, I'm really scared of it. It's like, okay. The only time you got to be scared of a stock going down is if you're doing short-term trading kind of things, like if you're doing day trading or something. But if you're a long-term investor, the stock market in the United States is very high performing. Over the last 100 years, through the Great Depression, Great Recession, all of those things, it's averaged an 8% a year. 8%. As a matter of fact, the S&P 500, I believe, did, in 2020, it did 18.5%. So if you invested into an index that has all the same stocks that the S&P 500 does and tracks the same exact way, then if you put $100 in it, you'll have made $20. If you put $1,000, you'll have made $200, so on and so forth. Okay, so I believe in the American stock market. I believe in our in many things about our financial system that do work well, and this is definitely one of them. And so, anyway, so we look at today I would say, okay, well, S&P 500, it's up by 0.33% today. Not bad, pretty good. Now, how do you gauge this? How do you gauge if it's good or not? Well, if it does anything less than 1%, pretty decent. But when you start getting into 1%, 2% down or up, then there's probably something that's happening in the macro environment and the big environment that's affecting this. So those are the types of things that we look for, buying opportunities with. So, like, let's say stuff that's happening, like with the election and kind of, everything that's happening with Donald Trump. Regardless if you voted for him or if you didn't, there's some different things in the market that happens because as a reflection of what's happening in our world. And if stocks go down because of it, even though the company is the same fundamentally, then that's a great time to go shopping. So okay, so I'm looking here, and the stock market's overall not bad. It's doing pretty well today. Nasdaq is doing pretty well. Okay, so this is the general news that you can read about. This is my list. These are the stocks that I kind of am looking for. Let me show you one that's crazy if I can find it. Look at GameStop today. Today, GameStop has gone up 74% today. And upon clicking on it, I go and I look, and what's happening is, let's see, GameStop surged most ever in short squeeze after Cohen move. You can go through and kind of read articles about this, and there was something earlier that it showed that was very interesting about people changing on the board, and also extraordinarily high holiday sales and all that stuff. That can really drive a price up. So I thought that's very interesting. So I have my list, of stocks that I love, and even stocks that I don't like, because I just want to track how well they do. And overall, it's kind of mixed today. The stock market's kind of mixed. So, all right, so we're going to look at a stock that I'm going to buy for our account today in Money Jungle, and that is American Airlines. So ticker symbol, as in the symbol that you look for, it's like 1 to 4 letters that's how you locate the stock. You could also, in here, you can just type American Airlines, and it shows you the ticker symbol there. Okay. So, all right. So currently, American Airlines is at $15.45. It's up about 0.5% today, and all that. That's all fine. And you can get kind of an estimation down here of how Yahoo Finance and their analysts feel about it. They say it's undervalued, and you know what? I agree, but that's not always the case. Sometimes they say something is under or overvalued, and I completely disagree. So you got to have your own independent train of thought there. Okay, so let me show you something that's very interesting. So this is the 1-day chart. Okay. And then 5 days. Let's go to 1 year. Look at this. So it started about $30 a share before this whole pandemic thing happened. So it's dropped. I mean, actually, if you look over here, you can see the 52-week range. The low was $8.25, so it's about 100% up from its low. And it's still about, it's 50% below its 52-week high. Okay, so let's look at 5 years, just out of curiosity. Its all-time high its high for the last 5 years is $54. So, what does this all mean? It means that these are just specific numbers that I'm just look at, just to kind of pique my curiosity. And also, some of it may be relevant, some of it may not be. My own thesis on the matter, the fundamental part of investing in my philosophy is I see the airline industry totally crushed, like during 2020. It is making a rapid comeback, because we need airlines. We need to travel. I mean, that's a necessity. That's not a luxury item, right? So even if the airline industry goes bankrupt, then they're going to be bailed out by the government, because we have to have them, right? And so I see that this, in a few years, that American Airlines could recover 100% in their stock price. So right now it's at $15.44. I can definitely see it going to $30 in the next year or two. So that means you put your money in there. I mean, it's very likely you can get. I mean, you're going to have gains if you hold it a long time. Again, I'm putting this in there. I'm holding it. I'm just holding it, okay? And I'm not going to sell a single share unless something fundamentally changes with the company. For example, if you know, a different company starts making electric planes cheaper, because that's been talked about, it's going to happen, or if there's another form of travel that makes more sense, that's cheaper than, you know, than airplanes. If I mean, things of that nature. If something like that happens, then that's when I rethink about my position in this company. But for the time being, I'd say for the next 4 or 5 years at least, you know, let's hold on to this. I mean, I'm holding on to this stock, and I'm gonna put it in my portfolio, the Money Jungle portfolio. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. So really briefly, what these numbers mean is market cap. Market cap is more important than the share price. Okay, because market cap shows how much the company is actually valued in the stock market. Cap is short for capitalization. Okay, so market capitalization. This is how much the company is valued in the stock market. All right, so currently they're at $9.4 billion, and that seems about right, but I do think that they're undervalued, and I do think that they have a lot of growth ahead, and even possibly rapid growth in the next year or so. So I'm going to buy some. And so let's go to our app here. So did you guys download Thinkorswim? If not, go do it. All right, so sorry, I got a little ahead of you guys, and I already just went ahead and bought the 3 shares. But I'll just show you the process of how to do that real quick. All right, so I type in the ticker symbol, AAL. It's American Airlines. And then on the top right, I hit buy. And then in the green area, I tap the 100 so I can change the number. Okay, so I ordered 3 shares. And then I hit confirm. And then it'll show me what my order is. And when the last confirmation I make will be send. And then that's what happens there. So now we own 3 shares of American Airlines, and you know, so even if it was red today, it's like for today or for the next week or for the next month, it doesn't really matter. So that's the process, and I'll go more detail into certain sectors and certain stocks that I believe in and things that you should look for, and hopefully help you kind of, you know, snowball into this and kind of understand. But so as you can see from a lot of things, you know, on Yahoo Finance, there's a lot of great information there. And then there's, you know, then the app, I really like TD Ameritrade. And so, okay, so what we're doing here, and like we've been doing, is we've been rounding up, you know, our costs, right? And then to the nearest dollar and putting it into the account. Now, if there are companies that you want to invest in and it's outside of your price range currently, you can, you know, if you downloaded Robinhood and got your free stock there, then you could put money in Robinhood and you could buy fractal shares, which means a piece of a share. Like you can buy Amazon, which is over $3,000. You can buy that for $1 if you wanted. You can, I mean, any number of things that you want to buy. If you want to do that, you could totally do that. And, you know, TD Ameritrade and Thinkorswim, they don't do that currently. That's the only thing that they don't do that I wish they did. But, so that is an option for you. But I would say, for the time being, you know, it's good to start small. I prefer to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. And just continue to let the money compound that way. And it's really great the amount of information and lessons that you'll learn in this time period, because again, you're going to be hungry. You're going to be hungry for more. You're going to be hungry to build that account. And you know, for me anyways, it was the same way. It was like, if I don't go out and eat here, I can put that, you know, $5-10 back into the account. Or if I don't do this, if I don't buy this, I can put it back in the account. then slowly but surely you have this insanely high interest savings account. You know, I mean, you can consider a savings account, you can have it as an emergency fund, I mean, any of those things. And and then you just buy and hold it, right? You know, you've heard that. If you watch the other videos, I've preached that all day. So anyway, that's a little bit of the process. I just kind of want to give a general overview of how I did it. So yeah, some of the next videos I'm going to talk about some stocks that I really like, some terminology that you should know, some stats that you should know, things that you might want to look up. There's a great website called, you have to type in www.invest and then Opia, Investopia.com. If you go there, you can look up some phrases. So things I want you to look up are EPS, earnings per share, PE ratio, market cap. So there's that, and then just have a little look around and see what you discover. We're starting simple. We're starting from the bottom, and that's how we do it. Okay. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave them down below. Again, I got my links down below. If you want to support the channel, this helps me keep inspired to do this stuff. And the first two videos have had a tremendous response, and I want to keep it going. So if you can like and subscribe and share this video, and use my referral links down below. I don't have any courses to sell or anything, so this is just me giving my free information to help you get to the goal of wealth that you wish to get to and have nice security. Okay? All right. Much love to you all, and I will see you on the next video.